Rule 26, fishing vessels. A vessel engaged in fishing, whether underway or at anchor, shall exhibit only the lights and shapes prescribed in this rule. A vessel when engaged in trawling, by which is meant the dragging through the water of a dredge net or other apparatus used as a fishing appliance, shall exhibit two all-round lights in a vertical line, the upper being green and the lower white, or a shape consisting of two cones with their apexes together in a vertical line, one above the other. A masthead light abaft of and higher than the all-round green light. A vessel of less than 50 meters in length shall not be obliged to exhibit such a light, but may do so. When making way through the water, in addition to the lights prescribed in this paragraph, sidelights and a sternlight. Page 71, Rule 26 continued. We're on the inland side. A vessel engaged in fishing, other than trawling, shall exhibit two all-round lights in a vertical line, the upper being red and the lower white, or a shape consisting of two cones with their apexes together in a vertical line, one above the other. When there is outlying gear extending more than 150 meters horizontally from the vessel, an all-round white light or cone apex upward in the direction of the gear, and when making way through the water, in addition to the lights prescribed in this paragraph, sidelights and a sternlight. A vessel not engaged in fishing shall not exhibit the lights or shapes prescribed in this rule, but only those prescribed for a vessel of her length. And that's where the international side would stop. The inland side goes on to say things about vessels fishing in close proximity. Where we need to focus is where international and inland are the same. So let's take a look at this. We lay out the foundation of our light structure with our mnemonic rhyme. Overnight rooms for sail plus supper. Overtaken, not under command through some exceptional circumstance, restricted in her ability to maneuver due to the nature of her work. A vessel engaged in fishing, which means nets, lines, trawls, or other apparatus which restricts maneuverability, does not include trolling. Sailing vessel under sail, power-driven vessel, a vessel being propelled by machinery, seaplane, they just in general stay well clear. So here we are with fishing, and we say green over white, trawling at night, red over white, other forms of fishing at night. And then during the day, we get a day shape of two cones with their apexes together. And if there's gear extending more than 150 meters horizontally, we say thumbs up to fishermen with their gear out more than 150 meters. And by day, you would have a white light in the direction of that gear. And let's look at not under command. We have red over red, my captain is dead. Red, white, red, captain making bread. Sailing, we get red over green, I'm a sailing machine. Right? These are all ID lights. And these are on when the vessel is underway. And in particular, these. So red, white, red, captain making bread. These two, they have this special thing that says, it says, whether underway or at anchor. Whether underway or at anchor. These guys keep on their ID lights. So these are underway. And in addition, when making way through the water, side lights and a stern light. So if these, we'll look at the definition of underway. If these guys are underway, they will have their ID lights on. And in the case of fishing, green over white, trawling at night, red over white, other forms of fishing at night. And when making way through the water, side lights and a stern light. And this is true also for not under command. Side lights, stern light. In the case of restricted, we have mast headlights, side light, stern light. At this point, people kind of get confused about, wait, underway. If you're underway, so there's underway making way and underway not making way. Let's refresh our definition from Rule 3 of underway. So if you're underway, what does that mean? That means that you are not at anchor, you are not made fast to the shore, and you are not aground. Now, you are underway. You're not at anchor, not made fast to the shore, and not aground. But there's two parts, right? You could be underway making way, which means you're going from point A, you're heading somewhere to point B, you're moving. And then there's underway not making way, which means you are just adrift at point A. So if you're underway, you have these lights on. If you're underway making way, in addition, sidelights and a stern light. And then let's look at a couple. If we were to see a diagram, what would that look like? So if we were looking at this from the stern, we would see, let's use other forms of fishing. Red over white, other forms of fishing at night. And then if we're looking at from the stern, a white stern light. So you're looking at the vessel like this. Let's turn it so we see the port side. So the port side would say red over white, other forms of fishing at night, and then you'd see a port side light, which is red. So a diagram might look like this. Let's turn it and look at the starboard side. So starboard side, you'd see red over white, other forms of fishing at night, and then what color is a starboard side light? It's green. And what if we were going head on? If we're going head on, we'd see red over white, other forms of fishing at night, and we'd see green starboard and a red port side light. There we are. We're going to see a similar situation in Rule 27 for vessels not under command or restricted in their ability to maneuver. We'll focus here. Excellent. Let's keep cruising.